Sunday, everybody. James with Minhunter Comics here. Welcome to the Sunday claim sale. Today is going to be like 40% of this sale is Spider-Man, and like 20% of this sale is Swamp Thing, of all things. So it's a weird one, and there's some other things in between here and there. There's a bunch of bundles today, so we'll have some fun with it. Couple of things for the newcomers. Make sure you put your chat in what's called live chat, not top chat. Top chat will make it look like every time you claim you're the first place winner. Make sure you're in the true live chat so you see who really gets first. Once a book goes up on the wall, it's fair game. First to get it claims it, they get it, that's it. You can get up to 20% off if you get 20 claims. And again, that any book over $100 counts towards the 20% off, but that said book doesn't get that percentage off. So it's the $100 and under stuff that can at any time be up to 20% off. And usually every week we have at least 10 people that get it. So let's see if we can do it. You only have to fill the link out once per show, and you only have to fill out that link if you actually claimed a book. So you don't have to do it if you didn't, okay? Very easy. You get invoiced after the show, boxed up, and then shipped out on Monday. So let's get to it. We're going to start with actually a kind of a banger. J. Scott Campbell's 601. Just a very desirable, more modern J. Scott Campbell thing. Key collector high 125. We're going to do 100 on A. 600 is the first of all, anniversary edition, but it's the first Yuri Watanabe, who was pretty prominently in the new Spider-Man games. That'll be on C. Roger Pilgrim beat out grunge by a hair. So Raj. How you doing, grunge? And then L band. Do a quick scan. Yeah, you have a pile. Sweet. All right, and then I have several copies of Spidey Meets Brock. I believe it is. It's the 5th printing when he's on the right-hand side. That'll be on the beautiful high-grade copies, of course. On D, I have 2. 572, Mick Gargan bonds with Venom. So Scorpion Venom. I have 2 of them on B. 571, near mint to mint. 2nd appearance of Anti-Venom on H. And then the first full appearance of Anti-Venom is 570, one of the variants on C. 568, Alex Ross Classic on F. Uncle Lou's on that one. Richard Ralph 4196. Thank you for your claim. Let's see, Richard Ralph. Richard Ralph, make sure you fill out that link. First name, last name, all that stuff. You get that one. C. Nerdy Bob gets one of the D's. And I think I see Bowers on B. First appearance of Sasha Kravinoff. That is a near mint to mint there on E. And then the bigger one, first Anna Kravinoff. Key collector still says this thing's 30. I've always done 20. Double key, first appearance of Paper Doll and Screwball. And first cover appearance of Screwball. 559. There, of course, is the link. I'll be dropping this every so often. Let's see. First, Wyatt. and Dr. Raven. So 556, 555, 552, first appearance of Freak on C, and 550, first Menace. And I love when I'm able to say this, but every book on the wall is near mint, at least. Some of this may even pop up into that near mint, the gradable candidate stuff here. Thanks, Ralph. Pilgrim Menace. 549, first meeting of Spidey and Jackpot. I actually have two copies, different variants of the same book on A. 547 is the first appearance of the Inner Demons and cover appearance. That is the henchman of Mr. Negative, so you can expect the Mr. Negative key to be coming up shortly. Emily, I know you. We're popping you in a long box or a short box. You get an Emily sticker. And the Finch variant is still left. All right, so we have first cameo of Freak in 546. It's also the second appearance, or first appearance of the second Jackpot, and the first full appearance of Mr. Negative, gradable candidate, and then I also have the 1 in 10 gradable candidate of the same book on B. Frog got GIA. Thanks, Frog. Lou's going to get B. Then we have the One More Day, the more desirable variants of those two. And then, of course, cover A on G. I have the Returns of Black Suit, 539. This is all volume 1 stuff. 529. First Iron Spider. That's down. I feel like I remember that being like 30, 35 bucks. Thanks, Ralph. We get the next batch. I see a Palp on A. This is the complete Skin Deep arc, starting with 515G. This is the complete arc of all the Stacy twins and everything. I forget what this arc is actually called. Sins Past. Full arc of Sins Past. This is 500 through 508. Some keys on there, notably number 500, which is a Bermuda Junior and Senior collab. So 500 through 508 on A. Bundle. Going to be a lot of bundles today. Ribby, Rivera, Kirk. You actually already have a pile. Nice and easy. Right here. It's easy. Mr. Ralph gets first Freak. Then we have first Old Man Spidey. This is number 58 from 2003, volume 2. I. Another J. Scott Campbell from volume 2. This is 51. 48 is first Kwaku Anansi, who's technically, canonically, the first Spider-Man. It's going to be on G. And Ribby got the bundle on A. Who knows, Ribby? We might pop you into a short box. In fact, let me just get one ready. Ribby, I'm just going to stick you in a short box. Okay. For Shafra, there's some speculation behind this book right now, number 46 in volume 2. The final issue, volume 1. First cameo also of Maddie Franklin. That's 441, the final issue, volume 1. 427, 426, but a newsie. Nice. From Jay. Some of those 400s I've found are actually harder to get even than the, whatchamacall, the 300s. John, hold on. John, you got F, final of the run. Also, sprinkled in, we actually have a little bit more of the gift that keeps on giving, the Uncle Lou collection. I did a test box with CGC. Some of it came back. I'm both disappointed and very happily surprised. It's a complete mix. Maybe I'll make a video, but needless to say, I think I'm hitting my outgoing to CGC pile, and we're just going to move it all. So there's a lot of gradable candidates coming to you on the wall today. Basically, the gist of it is it's the weirdest thing with the Uncle Lou collection. CGC was almost giving every book in which there were those 5 packs, they were all getting the 9.8s. But the ones in which there were like 20 or 30 of one book, they like weren't touching those. Very strange. I don't know what the deal was, but to anyone who does some grading once in a while, you turn into a conspiracy theorist pretty quick. Let's do some more of those volume 4 newsies. 424, 422, 418. Peter and MJ's baby stillborn. Very, very sad. Jay. Let's get some of that top row out of here. Trask, you got a box. Okay. Let's do 415, volume 1. Remove my water bottle. Ralph. 412, another non-key, volume 1. No, not just ASM today, but like I would say 40% of this sale is ASM. It's very ASM heavy. Very, very ASM heavy. Like 20% of the sale is going to be Swamp Thing. I had over a long box of Swamp Thing. Very strange. 411, super weird issue in which it plays out like the origin of Bruce Wayne. Spider-Man basically saves a what would have been orphan. Oh, man. Help me out with this top row. We got near mint candidates up there. I need some space back on that top row, please. And hit that like button, please. Emily claimed the top row. Why did I not see? Oh, claim top row. Literally right there. All right, that means a free book. For Sasha Kravinoff. Thanks, M. Hawaii. The prices are listed right on the label, my friend. Big gigantic sticker with a price on it. That's the price. 408 B. 406 First Lady Octopus C. That's a key. 407 non-key D. 405 E. Let's fill the wall. 404 F and 403 A. Trask got BD. EA. Non-key 402, 401, Death of Aunt May 400, and 399. Now, the funny thing about this Spider-Man collection is this is actually the same guy that has been feeding us all the Spider-Man pretty much in this year. This is the same one as that Silver Age collection. And then he gave me all the 300s and the 400s. I guess he had another entire batch of them because here they all are again. I don't know. Works for us. John got Lady Octopus. Who's that? Trask got J. Mr. Riley got Death of Aunt May. You're up here, Steve. And Richard Ralph got A. And we did a wall sweep to M. All right. Anyone who needs it, here again is the link. I drop this periodically. Try to get that 20%. 398. 397, first stunner, small P. 396, I. 395, C. 394, F. 393, G. 392, and Newsy. And the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure this is the same guy that gave me the 392 Newsy 2 weeks ago. So it's almost like he cloned his books or something. Working our way down, 391. They still sealed 390. 389. Nice cheap little wall here. Make a draw. We got a wall clean. Some books will be free. If you ever claim to newcomers, if you ever claim a wall, see how Emily just claimed a wall? You're going to get at least 3 books for free. Just a little extra. And it immediately bumps you 10% off. Probably bumps you to 20% off. Oh, very nice. And sometimes I will even do more than 3 free books. All right. 90s foil 388, 387, 386. I'm going to make them more sporadic. 385, 384A, 383F, 382B, 381H, 377G, and 376J. For all you Spidey heads out there. Ralph is on Hulk cover on V. Thank you, Ralph. In its place, we're going to stick the first appearance of Eddie Brock's parents, 375. I feel like after Carnage and up to issue 400, there's a big long stretch of ASM where there's no keys. Sonny Wierkowski. Just going to grab up a B. And we have another cleaned up wall in this M with at least 3 free books. Well, Emily, you are already at 20% off. Nice going. You're still moving into the barn at the antique store. No, but I mean, I don't want to say no. I mean, maybe. Those who don't know what he's talking about, um, my buddy owns an antique store. I'm set up there in one of the rooms, but they have a barn right next to it, and I kind of want to make it like a dollar bin depot. The problem is you have to have enough stuff to do that, and it would probably be very high rent. I don't know. 373. I'm going to go way more sporadic. 372 B, 371 G, 370 B, 369 I, 368 C, 367 F, 366 H. Always loved that cover as a kid. 364 E. Hey, finally, a sort of key, a near mint third appearance of Carnage, 363 on J. Thank you, Bowers. Thank you, Ralph. Toast. What's up, my dude? Toast, take a quick second and fill out that link. It's been a little bit. Boom. And Bowers on E. Here we have a gradable candidate, although my sticker got messed up. The gradable Newsy 362. Fun fact, that's what the direct editions used to do. This is a Newsy Carnage. It does have some spine ticks. I priced accordingly down to 40 bucks on F. I see a Palf on H. I see a Toast on F. Let me just make sure. Yes. Mr. Toast. The actual first appearance of Carnage, 360 E. This is all high grade, 359. First bonding with the Venom symbiote, first cameo Carnage. H. Gabe Hokma. Got a I as in igloo. I see an uncle on E. Claim everything except for E and H. And then Frog takes H. Here's all 6 issues of ASM 358 through 352, 353. It's called the Round Robin Complete Arc. Toast. Non-key, 352. Nova team up, 351. 350 Doom cover, 349 H, 348 F. Classic cover, 346 G. This is the first Cletus gets bonded with the Venom symbiote. 345. 343, first Cardiac. 342, first Elias Wortham. 341 J, if I can fit it. Nesmith I. Van J. First Feline Furies, 340I. Full run of the Return of the Sinister Six arc. 337 is the first appearance of the new Sinister Six on G. Let's see, Frog got D. B and C to Bowers. Ribby takes a sweep on the rest of the top. Ralph. Nesmith. $333. 332, another classic Larson. 331. 330 Newsy with Punisher. 329 first try Sentinel. 327 Magneto crossover. 326 Doctor Strange crossover. And now we're into the, well, I'll actually wait a second. Let me wait a second. All right, Frog's going to start us. F and I to M. Half got C. M got B. Mr. Cribbs got D. Emily got D and A. And E. Did not see a claim on first try Sentinel yet. All right. We got a little bit of McFarlane, so I want to see if we can get a clear wall. Someone get that H out of there. Alf's going to take try Sentinel. All right, 325. Super clean McFarlane's coming at you. 325. Red Skull cover. 324. Sabretooth cover. First Solo. 323. 322. 321. 320. 319. Scorpion cover. 318. Fourth appearance of Venom. 317. Toast got A. Nesmith B. Pilgrim F. Elite. Yeah, okay. And Mr. Gayski, I. McFarland continues. High grade 316B. First cover appearance of Venom. There's the floating head. 315C. Sounds good, M. Palf B. Toast C. Santa Claus cover 314D. My favorite Todd McFarlane, this lizard. Beautiful. 313F. 312B. Hobb versus Green. 311, another very desirable McFarlane. Stereo cover. This is Sam Hain. Sam, do you have a pile or did we ship you out? I'm not seeing you, so we must have gotten you shipped out. Sam Hain. Got a D. Toast. Lizard. No. Lou B. Luby. Lube. Laura. McFarland continued. Newsy time. 310. Pizza time. 309. For Sticks and Stone. Newsy B. 308. They misspelled kidnap. On. Let me see. Oh, Sam Hain, you do have a pile. I'm looking right at it. Hold on. Chris CRISPR, got C. Chris CRISPR, I think you're a new name. Make sure you fill out that link. First name, last name. You got an apartment number. Make sure that's in there too. All that good stuff. This is where I'll be tossing you the invoice after the show and try to get to 20%. People like this chameleon cover, 307 I. Action Comics 1 Homage, 306 C. 305 E. 304 D. 303 B. 302 A. I see a Nesmith. And a Ralph. I don't know if you noticed, but some people, some shops, some online, some vendors charge crazy prices on McFarlane Spidey. I usually keep them around 10. We have an I. Who got I? That was Joe. M. Here is a near mint minus Newsy. First appearance of Venom, 299. I actually think that book is kind of low in value. A near mint 301. C. I see Laura Leak first on B. C. That's a Palf on C. Did I see a D yet? Oh, yeah. All right. Non-key territory, 297. 296 for Spider Cop. 295. 294, very fine. 293, very fine. And 293, near mint. Notice the difference in price. M got D. Akma got A. Ooh, we went fast. Hold on. Bowers D. Oh, that's old news. Toast E. Toast E. M got B. Lou got J. Lou J. And M got C. That's a clean sweep. $292. MJ accepts Peter's marriage proposal. $291 non-key. $290 very fine. Pete proposes. Took her 2 issues. 2 issues to say yes. Marcus Henderson's going to start a pile. Thanks, Marcus, as always. Near mint, 289. Nice. 284, the full run of the Gang War arc. Near minty fresh first Mongoose, 283. $282 near mint, anniversary border, 281 non-key, 280 first, was it Sinister Syndicate, high grade. This one's mid-grade. Look at the price drop. This is normally like a $15 book, first cover of Silver Sable, but it's mid-grade. Big change in price, $4. Let's see. I see Toast and Emily. Polywhirl. Toast. Okay. 278 non-key. 277. 276 Flash Thompson as Hob. First appearance of the Red 9. I have 3 near mints on E. That is 264. We got a Toasty and an Emily. go. Near mint, first Normie Osborne. Here we have a near mint minus. Gradable candidate in Mylar, 252, first black suit. I don't often get that in, so that's nice. Uncle Lou. Toast. First Rocket Racer, very high grade, 172, 164, mid to high, 30 center. 162, first Jigsaw, mid, C. Elvan. Mid to low, first Gwen Clone, I, 144. 137, mid, H, 25 center. My sticker seems to have vanished on this one, but I actually know what I had. Give me a second, guys. In the meantime, Nesmith got the Chip. First appearance of Prowler. I had 130. Why don't we do 120? Oh boy, 6-0-ish. That'll be on E. I and H to toast. League. All right. This book went another week. This is the second round of non-payer. Yes, I get it. It's the first MJ. It is low grade. It is detached. However, we've had 2 claims and end up the guy just didn't fill out the form. So it's back up again. Amazing Spider-Man 25 for Spencer Smythe and first MJ and Cameo. ASM Annual 6, mid-grade, a reprint of ASM Annual 1 on C. And actually, I didn't know if I was going to get to any slabs today, but I do happen to have this. First Sinister 6, ASM Annual 1. If you get a slab, you're going to get free shipping. That'll be on D. And would you know it, I have a coverless copy as well. Thanks, Everett. Way taking a step back into the realm of affordability. I have like a very fine, but a newsstand. First appearance of Annex, ASM Annual 27. We have a very fine plus, near mint minus. That's a good price. The wedding issue. First Iron Man of the Future in canon, ASM Annual 20. Non-key Annual 14. I see Emily got Annex. CRISPR. Toast. Bowers. Caught up there. This is the Catch Up on Reading pile. Ultimate Spider-Man, the brand new series, 2 through 23. No, he didn't have 1. Comes to $150. I bundled it for you. $50 off, $100. Axionic, welcome back. How are you doing? It has been a while. If you wouldn't mind filling out that link. You are no offers on slabs, guys. No offers on slabs. Profit margin on slabs is way too thin, and everything is fully researched. So thank you, Axionic. Please fill out that link. Well, pow. So again, that's 2 through 23, $150. You get it for $100. Let's do another Spidey bundle. All new Spider-Man. This is Miles' first series. 2 through 18. Randomly missing 15, but 15 is not a key. Once again, it's like $150. We'll do it for $95 on I. 3 Miles Hunters. Death of Matty Franklin, 634. Another J. Scott Campbell big one. Not as big as 601. I honestly like that one better, the Black Cat one. And I really like this one too, 606. Toast. One Moment in Time, #1. Many first appearances. It's like the death of a bunch of stuff. Spider-Woman becomes the new Madam Web. There's a lot that happens in 637. Toast got B. That's old news. Toast got D. That's new news. Ralph got G. $697. Doc begins the process of converting his consciousness into Peter's body. ASM 692, first appearance of Alpha, and I bundled it with the entire arc for you readers. Hello. Classic Kurt Connors eats his own kid story. Extremely dark for ASM, super weird. That's what, 688? Yeah. Eric B. Picked up the coverless first Sinister 6. Good book. Even coverless, still cool. Chip. Emily got F. We have a clean sweep A and B. Key Collector had this at 10. First Sinister 6 armor. That didn't seem like a 10, so we're going to do cover price. These are, I might have actually underpriced this ridiculously. This is the, all the connecting covers. They're not keys, but they're all connecting covers of villains and whatnot. Pretty cool. 642 through something. Cell band. Palf. Surprised these bundles are still here. Get them gone. Death and Dead Lead, something else. It's like a near minus. Here's the one that could be a 9.8. First Shriek. Oh, nice. First Firestar. Near Mint Newsy. E. I have a bunch of 800s. Honestly, I kind of forget what 800 is, other than just the anniversary issue. And then here is, actually, I'm gonna do $10. I'm not. That might have been an accident. $10, 798, 799, and 800. Let me just write a quick 10. Toast gets an A, so does Emily. That's a toast. Emily. Toast. Toast, Emily, Frog, Eric. And Eric. 795. Norman merges with Carnage. Man, I missed that arc. That's crazy. On E. 700. Another anniversary. We've had 800, 400, 500, 700, 600. We've had every anniversary today. Post. What is this? This is a weird one. 1 through 12. 1990 run there. $30. Ralph. Laura. Oop. Little web of Spidey. Cameo of Venom, which predates 298 ASM. Near mint. Web 24. Web 20. High grade Newsy. Border cover. 19 high grade Newsy. First cameo of Solo. And first appearance of Humbug. Double key E. Roger. A. Toast. Trask. First appearance of Chance, Newsy, 15 high grade. Anti-Semitic issue number 8 high grade. High grade, first of all, Churions, Web 1. Spectacular Spider-Man, I think volume 2. The Jenkins run, number 1. Not authentic. On A. Toast. Emily. That's a Ralph. I'm surprised at these two bundles. Both of those are about $50 off. Hakama, Alpha. 222 Spectacular, first Spider Side. I think that's a clone of either Peter or Ben. I forget the 90s. First appearance of DK, Spectacular 230. Oh, this is a good one. High grade Newsy, first Cloak Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, nice. Is that Roger? No, Pal. First appearance of Nocturne, still sealed. B, Spectacular Annual 13. The UNICEF Spidey Special Edition. I think I have a 9.8 of this on my eBay. Check it out. Could be a gradable candidate here. Spidey 2099 number 1. G. This is a lot of Spider-Man, even by our standards, guys. This is a lot of Spidey. Spidey is my bread and butter. Whew. No kidding. Toast. A lot of people are at 20% off. I love seeing it. Spidey, number 49. First appearance of Cold Heart. The direct and the pretty tough Newsy. $10 just for the newsstand alone, so the direct is just on the house. 47. First Grim Hunter. E. 24. Second Demo Goblin. First cover. Awesome. Poster S cover on that, on A. Bob's, I have a pile from you, but I never got your link. Please fill out this link right now and make sure it matches your username. Please and thank you. I've been waiting for you to show up so I could say that. Thanks. E. Chip. Not to mention, these books will count towards the 20% off. So anyone who's got a pile, this is really $80. $150 for just 80 bucks. Big fat bundle. Take it away. All right, Newsy cover, number 21, first Cyborg Spidey, Spectacular number 1, first Teresa Parker. 116, first full appearance of Ben Reilly on G, and first cameo of Ben Reilly on F. I never will know why that is not significantly higher priced. Ralph, thank you. From the Uncle Lou collection, 4 crispy clean copies. First appearance in preview of Spidey 2099, the Gold Edition. Hilton. Authentic and Gabriel. And Palvin Nesbitt. Miles Morales, 1 and 2 bundle. First appearance of Raneem, who becomes Rabble, and number 2, first Rabble. And that's just cover price there, folks. Almost full run. It's a 5-part series. This, for strangely, was only 1 through 4, but hey, whatever. This book alone is a $20, so the other ones are just free toss-ins. You just have to find number 5 on your own somehow. Wow. Web 48, first appearance of Demo Goblin. Okay. Oh, this will sell in 2 seconds. Some of these were, some of these did have some spine ticks, so I priced accordingly. Some of them were near mint, some of them were newsy. It's a mixed bag, but full run of the classic Zek, Craven's Last Hunt. M. looks like toast. Toast, you're probably going out in a short box. I guess we'll see at the end. Is that the end of our Spidey? I have a tiny pinch more. And then, so this is the end of it. Let's finish strong with our Spidey. Let's see. We did D to Ralph. Shriek. Thank you. That was up there a while. Ultimate Fallout 2, 3, and 6. Although I see 4 books here. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Obviously, 4 is not there. That'll be on D. Here we have first Billy Braddock, Spider UK. ASM 25, first new Superior, Alex Ross cover on B. Key Collector High of 12, we'll do 10. First Francine Fry as Electro, Alex Ross cover, J. MJ in the Iron Spider, number 15, Alex Ross cover. Yeah, we're getting there. We just we had a big fat amount of Spidey to get through today. There's an entire long box today that is just Swamp Thing. Isn't that weird? Thanks, Ralph. Palf takes the big fat bundle. Thank you, Palf. Issue 1 of that run, so volume 3. Number 1. Ultimate Comics, all new Spider-Man 26. First Ultimate Taskmaster, Tony Masters. Getting into some Miles keys here. Death of Spidey, still polybag, so that's Ultimate Spidey 160 from the Bendis. A and D are gone. Who got that? That is Moraldo. Hold on one second. I think we are caught up. Let's pop the link. Okay. Spidey 19, first appearance of series. Carries, can't read my own handwriting. Love it. This is just like a classic cover. Sarah Pacelli, number 12. Spidey 2099. I count a couple spine ticks here, but I also randomly had issue 2 and 3. So I made that into a bundle. So that's 1 through 3. J and E M. Just an AF-15 reprint. Volume 2. First Luke Carlisle, the new Dr. Octopus. That is issue 43. Let's see. What do I want to start with this? All right. And give me a second. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. I have to talk a lot during these claim sales, so let's see. I'm surprised C is still here. Okay. First Cindy Moon cameo. Let's see. Actual first Cindy Moon near mint. First cover of Cindy Moon. First second appearance of Silk. First Goblin King. The first Mary Parker as Spider-Woman, 15. He's got a little out of order. These are all volume 3. Paul got E, M got F. And J. That same run, part of the Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse Part 5, Spider-Verse Part 2 for Spider-Punk. Couple spines hits on this, so we're going to make it just $10. That can normally go up to like $50 if it's near mint. Second, Spider-Gwen. J. What's that? E, F. E, F. Kevin Wade got J. Kevin. Hopma got A. Let me just check, make sure we're all caught up. Okay, yeah, we're all caught up there. Let me drop the link again. Make sure you hit that like button, goes a long way. First series from 2017 goes to Ralph. Laura Leap gets Silk. Superior Spider-Man 1, signed by Dan Slott. 16, First Goblin Knight, same run. Norman becomes Kingpin, same run. Number 14, number 10, First Goblin King. And number 4, Death of Ashley Kafka. Those are all the keys in the run. Pokemon, Pakuma, thank you. Eric, thank you. Emily got DHJ. DHJ. Key Collector says $20. Third Miles series. I don't know why that would be 30. We're going to do 10. I also have the second Miles series, which that one said like 30, so we're going to do 15. 41, debut of Billy as the Spider Smasher suit. This one's the actual first Billy as Spider Smasher. 35, first Captain America Miles. These are all just cover price. First full appearance of Shift and Mind Spinner, D. First full appearance of Selim, cameo of Shift, 25E. 24, first Selim number on J. Cover price, Miles books here. As got B. First cover and something else of Miles Clone 19. And another Key Collector says $30, so we'll do 15. I guess his first run on a 2018 series, $15. Some people do get those high prices. I don't know. We're cutting them in half. And that is the last of the Spider-Man. That is the last of the Spider-Man. We are an hour in, and we've sold nothing but Spidey. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Who wants to do a clear wall? I'll make it extra spicy. That way we can move on, because it looks like Action Comics 12 cent is what we're doing next. So a sharp switch, not only out of Modern, we're hitting 12 cent Silver Age and DC. So we're doing a hard left turn. Ralph? Comatose, I'm going to stick you in a short box. Give me a second, guys. Toast. Yep. That's 68. Why don't we do this? Claim the whole wall, and I'll just chop $40 off. How about that? Someone claim the wall, we'll put $40 on the house for you here. Let's move on to other stuff. First person to take it, $40 off. I'm seeing a Pilgrim. So now that bundle's 55. Cool beans. All right, we are on to a little bit of DC. Little pinch of Action Comics for you. Here we have a mid to low, but Brainiac cover. That is issue 335, 12 center on B, just $8. Here we have a mid to high, 356, 12 center on D. Got it, Nesmith. Similar condition, 358, 12 center, 10. It's actually a small key. Second appearance of Parasite, mid-grade, 361. 12. This one's actually getting into high-grade territory. This is pretty clean. Love the red cover colors. Words are hard. 362. Next is that's a Neil Adams, 363. Sharp looking 12 center. G. First appearance of the Human Target, Neil Adams cover, 20 center, mid A. I gotta put my slippers back on. My feet got cold. I see a Cribs on E and CNG. ECG. And I just got to remember where I put your pile. There you go. And I got an Ez on A. So we'll get that Brainiac cover. Here we have a near mint, 1986, first Jonathan Elliott. The whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow or Cape Crusader, not Cape Crusader, that's Batman. I'm being dumb. Action 583C. High grade, Action 521, first Vixen. I don't get that in too much. That's nice to find. First appearance of Sleaze, Action 592. High grade. I have 2 copies of the extremely bizarre Superman shoots a video, if you know, you know, with Mr. Miracle's wife. Yeah. Ralph, thank you. Polyworld is 1. Make sure you read it. That thing is a trip. Here we have, there are a couple spine ticks, so it knocks it out of the $20 range. We're going to go $10 on our Silver Banshee, $5.95. Superman and Spectre Meet God, Action, $5.96. George Perez cover, Anniversary Edition, 600, high grade. Lois learns Superman's identity, near mint, 662. And this might be our last one. First appearance of Blaze, 656. Don't forget, first actual appearance of Sleaze, who's involved in that pretty heavily, is on there on G. Let's see if I have more action. Oh, yeah, I do. The full run of the Brainiac arc by Jeff Johns, absolutely required reading. Randomly, I did have from Action Comics 844, 844, 45, and 46, all keys, all in a row. This collection did have them. So 3 keys in a row bundle right there on J. Pokemon gets Blaze. Poly World gets Sleaze. This is just an iconic Bizarro cover. People really like this one. $7.85. That is the last of our Action Comics. But I do have the new 52 run, 1 through 18, randomly missing issue 16, which is not a key. I'm just going to stick it here in front of I. We've got Nesmith, got an H, and a J. Gacy got E. Someone nab up that Vixen. You don't see that too much. All right. I have 2 good enough to get graded Alpha Flight number 1s on H. Thanks, pal. Thanks, Ralph. Hey, that rhymed. And Kev, Silver Banshee. By the way, we have crushed 2 long boxes. Nice. G. Who got that? Mr. Gacy. Astro. Okay. Gradable copy. I just said copy. First Obsidian, first Jade, first Atom Smasher. This is the first appearance of Infinity Inc., the biggest key from All-Star Squadron number 25. I also have 2 possible 9698s. First Nebula. It's also, I think, the only Avengers books I have today. 257 gradables on C. I did say at the beginning, I rated my boxes marked to go to CGC. Books are taking too long. There are some disappointments, and frankly, I'm over it. So I rated the CGC pile, so you guys are going to get a lot of my books I wanted to get graded. So there should be a decent amount of 9-8 contenders in today's video. Gacy Pal. And we are on to Batman. One through 19, new 52 Batman. Key collector says it's $187. We're going to do 125. Spectre goes to Henderson. Batman, here we go. Batman and Robin. It is a 3-part arc. I only had 1 and 2. The cover price of this are actually $6, and I'm doing just $5, so already less than just issue number 1. Enjoy it. J goes to Grim Jaw, but Jaw is spelled with an O. Grim Jow, make sure you fill out that link. Grim Jow. You put your first name, last name, exact username as it appears right here. I'll be invoicing you after the show. Grim Jowl. You. Cover price, Long Halloween, Last Halloween, number 1. Boop. Batman Hush, 158, First Silence, cover price. Boop. Batman 153, All In, First Commander Star, cover price. Boop. In case you missed him. Mr. Nicholas Ford. Nicholas Ford. See. Vandal Savage becomes mayor. Cover price. Boop. In case you missed it. Issue 900. Batman's past his 900th issue. Isn't that crazy? 134. Batman canonically loses his hand and it gets replaced by a prosthetic. Cover price. Boop. These books are like a year old. Uh, 126. First full appearance of Failsafe. First Aiden and Addison Cobble Pot. Cover price. Boop. I'm going to do something as a reminder, although I'm surprised B is still here. This was from the outgoing CGC box. Books that I dubbed could be worthy of 9698. Same with B. B and H were rated from my CGC box. I have these short boxes marked CGC. They got rated. You guys are having them here. Help me out. We seem a bit stuck. Let's get some movement. No markups. These are just the cover price of these Batman books that happen to be keys. Let's see some action. I have not had to do this in 2026, but we may go to a timer. We are in sudden death. All books have to move, meaning if we can't open up a spot, we will end it early and I can spend some time with my son. So happy to do it, but I would like to finish these boxes if possible. Kevin's going to open a spot. 125, first executor, first cameo of Failsafe. Once again, just cover price. Not to mention, for those of you newcomers, if you ever get the whole top row, if you say like claim A through E, you get a free book. If you claim a bottom row, you get a free book. If you ever claim a whole wall, you immediately get 3 free books at any time. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Grin. First Angel Breaker, 122. First Abyss, 118. I never thought we would ever get stuck on Batman. That is not typically a character to get stuck on. Joe gets a free book. I'm going to give him the $6 book for free. Thanks for clearing up the spot for us. Thank you, Joe. Pokemon gets one of the gradables. Alpha Flight. 117, first full appearance of Seer. And I'm actually going to move Alpha Flight up to A for Alpha Flight because I've got an epic one for you. All right, you ready? Absolute Batman. All cover A except for #1 and like one other book. And first print annual. $376 worth of books into one. And keep in mind, this fourth printing of cover A was, they said it was like $6. So actually, ironically, this first book, #1, is not a big contributor to that value. $376, you can take it for $275. 1 through 15, plus the first print cover A annual. It's $100 off, in case you're counting. $100 off. Absolute Batman. Let's give you guys some gradables. Well, I guess we didn't have that much Batman this week. From the box of Outgoing to CGC, Dave Stevens, Betty Page, Queen of the Nile, 40. Marked to get graded. From the Uncle Lou Perfect Collection, multiple copies. I picked up like 20. Possible 9, 8 conditions here of Beavis and Butthead. I've got a bunch. This whole stack is all Beavis. Hiking Mando. Psychosis. Shoot me an email. I'm always buying. Roger Pilgrim. You got one. Everett Lee. You got one. Not Authentic. Where are you? You got one. Mr. Palf. You got one. J.R. Comics. J.R. Comics. You got 4. Just make sure you fill out that link, JR, please. I'm trying to drop it where. There we go. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, the full run, every single issue signed by John Romita Jr. That's kind of cool. Mr. Henderson. You got one. Daredevil, first appearance of Luke, 232. Rateable on E. Pilgrim. You got one. We got to get some spots cleared up on this wall. See what we can do. All international shipping. You are sending me the shipping label and the customs, so it's completely under your control. However, most of my international people, they like to just grab something of mine on eBay and then I just ship it all together. Okay. Emily gets first. Nuke, Daredevil. We are on to D, but we got to get some more spots cleared up on this wall, please. Pretty please. 220. Just a beautiful, beautiful, really underappreciated cover. I thought that was gorgeous. It is rated from my CGC box. Take it. Nesmith. Thank you. All right, there are 7 Beavis and Buttheads left. All right. Where are we? We got E, that's both views. Oh, but Emily got another E. And so did Bowers. Love that cover. Then we have someone claimed H. I didn't see it. I believe that was a different H claim, Joe. BFGJ. BFGJ. That clears us up. Thank you, John. We have a couple more from the CGC rated going out. The rare second printing, Deathstroke. Deathstroke 1. Some dupes. First appearance of the Mercy Sisters, Deadpool 52. And a gradable copy of First Superboy Prime. And I actually have 2 of those. That is DC Comics Presents 87, in case you're wondering. Let me see if I can fit these remainder pieces up here. Okay. Bob's, those are all near. Bob's, did you get my thing earlier about filling out the link? I just want to make sure you did that. I never got it the last time. Raj, you get 1. Give me a second to find it. At this point, I already have a few 9/8s. I do not need to grade any more of these. First Dark Claw on J. Okay. The entire, I'm skipping a bit, but this takes up a lot of space, so I'm doing it. The complete run of what was called New X-Men. I forget, 114 through 159, something like that. Ridiculous giant batch. Most of the full runs of what I've seen on eBay sold for 200. I tend to go lower, so 150 on J. Many keys. The one on the top, first Cassandra Nova. Mr. Williams, how you doing? We're on to Doctor Strange. I would love to get some stuff cleared up. There are multiple spots on the wall that are from my outgoing to CGC pile. So again, anything you see with a dot, I believe is capable of getting a 9698. Get them gone for me, please. Doc 78, first appearance of Ecstasy, high grade. We are slow today, and I do not know why. Help me out. Hollyworld. Get one. Ralph, thank you. In its place, I have a mid giant size Doctor Strange, number 1, 1975. Not bad on E. Again, I'm going to go over this again. Over $100 off the hottest books on the market right now. 376 worth. We're doing it for 275. 1 through 15 and the annual. Thank you, Joe. First appearance of Orthana and Orc. Double key Doc Strange 79. I don't even think we're going to get to the Swamp Thing today. We're stuck on B and D. This is crazy. I'm Legend. Number 1 is, I believe, the 4th printing, and I think there was one other book that might have been a variant in there. But I calculated for it. I didn't just go by all cover A values. I went by each of their values. For example, this particular copy of number 1 didn't add much to that value. Since it's the 4th print, this was just cover price, $6. So it's $376 priced accordingly, and I'm doing everything for $275. Yeah. Newsy near mint of 31 and 32. First appearance of Knox. PMC gets the Mercy Sisters. Thanks, Ev. First appearance of Sidorak. Doc Strange 44. Very fine. Almost 200 people in the chat. Give the video a like if you don't mind, my friends. Again, to anyone just coming in, no, I normally sell these for like 15 bucks, but this is every single issue signed by John Romita Jr. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. The whole thing signed by John Romita Jr. Thank you, Ralph. Laura, thank you. I made a Rintra bundle. So 80, 81. 81 is also the final issue, first full appearance of Rintra. And then from Sorcerer Supreme, 51 is the death of Rintra. So that's all the Rintra keys on A. If you look up Sorcerer Supreme 49, there are so many keys, I literally couldn't fit them on here. They're all small time, but many, many first appearances. C. Rebecca, thank you. Call up. Possible gradable here. First, Necromancer. That's the evil Doctor Strange. Sorcerer Supreme 46 on B. First, Secret Defenders 50 on C. Bring on the Bad Guys. The Marvel series that featured a bunch of bad guys. Some of it is actually the first solo series for some of them, like I know Abomination. This is complete. Every single cover is in there. Cover price. No markups. Max Henderson. You want to know something crazy? I thought this was going to fly off the shelf today. That's nuts. I might as well show you this then. Absolute Wonder Woman 1 through 5, 8, and 10. Key Collector comes to the total of 70. Why don't we do 60? Star Trek parody comic from Antarctic Press, number 1. Extremely Silly Comics. And Michael Moorcock's Elric. Which, by the way, there is a error variant of this book that actually gets on lists of some of the most rarest books of all time and is hundreds of dollars. So always check the back cover of that. That was actually a flea market find. Astro. A couple bundles here. Another Star Trek parody. This is part 1 and 2 of 2. Elf Trek from Dimension Graphics on B. I also have a low-grade Freedom Fighters number 1, and I threw issue 4 and 9. They're non-keys. I just had them in for free. Sorry, Ralph. Noah, thank you. DC Special 17, just a fun Green Lantern cover, mid-grade, $3. Firestorm 66, High Grid, and Newsy first Zuggernaut. Zuggernaut with a Z, Newsy. First Wally solo series, Flash 1 High Grade. We've made it into F. Let's see if we can get all the way to X-Men today. I'm not sure. There's something like 5 remaining copies of the Uncle Lou collection sealed packs of the Beavis and Buttheads. Why don't we do this? If anyone takes the rest of D, I'll give you one for free. Thank you, Ralph. Anniversary edition. High grade newsy. 300, not a key though, of Flash. Flash 300, volume 1. 25th anniversary issue. And that's a Cribs on A. Ooh, I some tinnitus. Ow. Here's a bundle. What was this? Full Run Longbow Hunters on B. Grimjack first issue on A. And then I also have another Longbow Hunters #1, first Shadow, and 2 and 3 are non-keys. Thank you, Henderson. Rated from my outgoing to CGC, first Lady J, G.I. Joe 32 and 37. You guys probably know those keys better than me, honestly. I don't know G.I. Joe too well. Oh, I was holding this for a buddy. Hold on. Alf on B and C. Oh, I missed a pretty big one in our Batman bundles, although Batman is strangely a poor mover today. The full run with annual 1 and 2 of Batman Adventures. No, obviously 12. First Harley Quinn is missing. That looks like $600 on its own. But everything else is here, 200. I'm just going to try this another day. That's been up there too long. All right. Very fine. Flash 289, first George Perez with DC. High grade 286, first Rainbow Raider. And high grade 270, first Clown. And that is the rest of our Flash. First George Perez. Oh, M, you doing a clean sweep? Yep. Rated from my outgoing CGC box, first Todd McFarlane in a mainstream title, high grade newsy. F. Hulk 330. Flea market find, Hex #1. C. From the CGC pile, Harley Quinn 14, just a classic cover. Here we go. 10-cent Jimmy Olsen, 48, first appearance of the Superman Emergency Squad. It is like a 5.0 in Mylar, $20. Thanks, Ev. You guys are ignoring some dope ass bundles today. I'm telling you, the full run of new X-Men for 150 is crazy. Thank you, Evan. We'll try this one another day. All right. I cannot believe I just put a $100 off bundle of Absolute Batman away. That is crazy. Nesmith, thank you. thought that's supposed to be like the hottest thing in the universe. 1962, mid to high grade, a very respectable copy, 65, Jimmy Olsen. Love getting that type of condition, 12 centers. Neil Adams, mid grade, 109, 12 center. Mid grade, 110, 12 center. Mid grade, 125, 1969. Thanks, M. Lou. Many keys. Second, Dark Side. First, Simeon. First, Macari. First, Project Cadmus. And my favorite, first appearance of the Golden Guardian. This is on the higher end of mid-grade, verging into high grade. This might be your gradable copy or your upgradable. Jimmy Olsen, 135. No, I do not have a 134. First appearance of Double X, 136, mid. High grade, 137, 15 center. Ralph, thank you, sir. High grade, 138. First appearance of Bruno Mannheim, 139, with Don Rickles. High A. Weird photo cover. Things got weird. And hit that like button, please, and thank you. Or if you want, you could say claim all Jimmy Olsen. I will give you one for free. A and F. And both of those are in Mylar. It's another Mylar. I think that's also the first cover appearance of the Golden Guardian right there. A high grade 141, another super weird photo cover. And same with 142. That one's not a photo cover though. Gorgeous looking condition books and in Mylar. Another A and F to Lou. Lou, you might have missed it, but this one is also a high grade, and H is also a high grade. This is mid. This is mid. I know you're a high hunter. And then my very high, 143 and 144. This is getting into like probably should get graded territory. Again, anyone want to just say claim all Jimmy? I'll give you one for free. All right. Super high grade 145 and 146 high. And these are all in Mylar, which makes it extra cool. No need to rebag and board. All Jimmy to Lou, and you get a free one. Let's see, do I have any more? Two more. I is the full run of Batman Adventures, obviously not 12, but also does have annual 1 and 2. High grade JLA NJSA versus Orion. 183 Bronze Age Justice on D. Check this out. 1 through 6, the entire full run of the 80s Justice League art on A, but it gets better. Look at this. After issue 6 is issue 7, and from 7 to I think 25 is the entire run of Justice League International on I don't love that. All right, hold on. I'm going to move that down here. That's kind of heavy. And even better, after issue 26 on up, it's called Justice League America. So it goes Justice League International, and then Justice League America. Many keys in here. This run is most famous because it's all the early Adam Hughes first works in the 80s. It's when he first started getting experimental with the sexy covers, like this one. And there you have it. 6-string samurai. Rebecca, let me find a short. Rebecca. And then you got this little pinch of Dr. Strange books. And G. Sweet. All right, and then we have Miniverse 1A and D. Miniverse, do you have a pile? Did we start a pile for you, or did we get you shipped out? Miniverse, I'm just doing a quick scan-a-roo. Miniverse. I'm not seeing it. A, D, and F. That second printing is kind of tough. You don't see that too much. And then there happened to be randomly a duplicate of this first LROM. It's Justice League International 14 small key. Only duplicate in the batch, and it happened to be a small key. There you go. The entire first arc from the new 52 Justice League. There are some keys in there. People like number 1 a lot, too. Near mint bundle. Henderson, thank you. Absolute Superman 1 through 13. Obviously, again, came to more than $70. I think it was like 100. Now we'll do $70. H 1 through 13. That is not a cover A. I think that's the second or third print or something of number 1. Laura gets it. It's the entire first run, first plot arc. So 1 through 6. This is dope, though. Justice League New 52, number 40, so first Grail, through 50, first appearance of the 3 Jokers, first Jessica Cruz becomes Green Lantern. There's a lot of keys in here, actually. $59 worth of keys, so obviously we'll do 50 on H. Black Adams, or excuse me, Justice 23. Couple spine ticks there. That's why it's 4 instead of 10. From the CGC pile, we have a Kingdom Come 1. CGC pile, Kingdom Come 2. CGC pile, Moon Knight 57. Mark Spector 56. And I have more, but I don't have room. So, again, those of you who just came in, I rated my outgoing to CGC pile. So, yeah, you guys are going to have first dibs on everything just like how we did it last year. All right, Rebecca, thank you. Hal, thank you. Hal, thank you. And then the other one's 55. I think that's the first plat cover. 29, Sienkiewicz. 23, Sienkiewicz. That might be also some other significance in there. All Moon Knight keys, all pegged to get graded. Whatever. Take them. Toast. Oh, right. I gave you a short box. All Moon Knight. Okay. There's only 2 left, but you got them. I think I had literally 1, maybe 2 Lois Lanes, mid to high, 12 center. Beautiful white pages. 57 on B. Ooh. All right, let's see. That's old Grimjaw. Got BG. So we get the Kingdom Comes. This was in my CGC pile. It was originally going to be part of my 90s gimmick bundles, but I noticed that it was a newsie, perfect condition. So I kind of thought I'd give it a shot at trying for the 9.8, but we'll give you guys a shot first. Just a cool Nova cover, that's all. Nesmith, the actually, quick shout out to the chat. I am actually specifically buying up Wonder Woman and Lois Lane. So if you have 12 through like 20-cent stuff of that, let's talk. If you're trying to get rid of some stuff, I am trying to specifically get that stuff. From the CGC, outgoing, Super Mario Brothers number 2, and it's a newsie. Very cool. The flea market find, Superman one-shot called Earth Stealers. First Death of Superman classic arc, something else, I forget, but it's a beautiful high end of mid-grade 10 center suit, and that's obviously going to be $50. Let's see what we got. Oh wait, Eric Hill got that one. And there goes my pen. Thank you, Eric Hill. I'm just checking. Eric, do you have a pile with me? Not seeing it. Okay. Thanks, Eric. Neil Adams, Superboy, 160, mid to high 12 center, 151, 12 center, 149, same condition. $15. No, we'll do 10. I had to stay at 15 for this one. Mid to high, Neil Adams, 146 with crypto on the cover. Love it. Water break. Hit that like button, please, and thank you, folks. Earth Stealers. Mid-high 146 on F. Sharp looking 12 cents here. Miniverse, thanks for this one. Miniverse. I will find the pile. Miniverse. Where did I put Miniverse? Right here. Okay. Looks like you also got it. Please. Also, open offer to anybody. If you, aw, thanks. If you get all Superboy, I'll give you one for free too. Same condition, 141 A and 140 B. Not a very bundly day, that's for sure. I'll put up the rest of my Superboy. First appearance of Meccano Master, similar condition. And then 120. Another Superboy. This one's a little earlier, double digit, number 99. $20 on another crypto cover. One E in Mylar. Now, I think this is Yellow Bastard number 1. I'm just going to pop that in someone's pile for free. Claim Neil Adams Superboy. All right, I'm going to give that one Neil Adams Superboy. So that's that one. That one. I think just that one. I think that's it. Stroke. Thank you. Thank you. All right, that was the rest of our Superboy. I'm actually going to put it all together. I have some early Simpsons comics, all high grade. Number 10, number 3, and number 2. I don't get those too often, so that's sweet. Hollis Mason. You got G and H. You do have a pile. Yeah. Cricket, you're over here. From the rated CGC pile, Shield 50. It's just like a classic burn cover. We also have here the first appearance of, I almost said Jessica. I'm forgetting her last name. Jessica. Wow. The new Spider-Woman. Jeez. And then this one is just like a classic cover that people really like. Secret Defenders, weird prism foil Thanos cover. It was going to get graded. You guys have first shot at it. This was a flea market find. Powerman Iron Fist 100 and a newsie. Decent copy. It is like the origin of something or someone. I can't remember. Eric Hill. $300. Mr. Henderson. Oh, we have made it to the swamp thing. All right, why don't we do this? Can we get a clear wall? I need a fresh slate to work with for this long box here. Anyone claim the Superboy, I will give you a free book from the top and that free book on F. Well, I'm not going to give you the free book on F anymore, but I'll still give you a free book from the top. Thanks, Ralph. I need a fresh slate. Why don't I do this? I'm going to go P. You guys think about it. First to get it, why don't I do this? I'll give you the most expensive one, or second most expensive one. I'll give you this $12 one for free. If you claim A through E. All right. Taking a stream on a live stream. Nice. Win through reads is going to get A through C. Hey, Win, if you just get D and E, you also get this for free. Just saying. Just saying. Why don't we do this? I can't quite give you that for free if you get both for just that. So why don't we do, oh gosh, it's $32. Why don't we say if you get D and E, I'll lop off $8. $32 will make it $24 for D and E. I'm excited to get to these swamp things. $8 off if you get D and E. To anybody, Nesmith. This is now a $4 book. $4. Rock and roll. All right. Swamp Thing, you are going to see the occasional book missing, and that's because I had several people come into the shop this week that saw my flea market haul video, and they wanted to take a look at a couple things. So here's what's left. There's a lot of good stuff still left. We have a mid-grade, little water damage right there up by the number there. First Abbey Arcane. That is issue number 3. We have a mid to low grade First Meeting of Swamp and Bats. That's number 7. We have a higher end of mid grade, Bernie Wrightson Classic, number 9. And then I have another one that almost looked the same, but it had a little rip right here. That's going to lower our price. Skrillex on A. I'm surprised you didn't already have that book, Skrillex. Laura on B. And C. Nesmith on D. Mid, number 10 on I. Yeah, number 10, the final Bernie issue, yes. And then I have, I think these, were they all different? Yes. In descending order of condition, mid, high mid, and high, bondage cover 11. Cribs, thank you. Good swipe. Holly Whirl. And then one of my favorite covers, although I do like the colors, is number 12. Swamp Thing versus a Dinosaur. Here is a mid-grade and a high grade for your consideration. Thanks, Everett. $13 is the final Len Wein issue, and that is a high grade on C. Half gets the E, Everett gets the D. That's what she said. Nesmith. But believe it or not, I actually get 1 through 13 from time to time. And the reason is people love to collect 1 through 10 because that's the Bernie and Len stuff, right? That's the famous stuff. A lot of people also push it and go to 13 because that's when Len went up until. But 14 through the end of the run, I never see it. So I actually think it's cooler to see that stuff because I never see that stuff. We have a mid 14, a mid high 15, a high 15. We actually have 2 of those on B. A mid high, maybe just high on 16, a mid 17. Let's see. Zamboni, do you have a pile with me? Zamboni. Zamboni, you said you needed 23? There you go. The final issue, 24, mid, 21, mid, Swamp Thing versus Swamp Thing, mid. Here we have a high 19 and a mid. And that is the remainder of my volume 1. Not so easy stuff to find. I'm shocked that this is not flying off the wall right now. Guys, why are we getting stuck on Swamp Thing Volume 1? Let's go. Nesmith. There he is. Bondage cover, you get that for free. 18. I'm also going to give you 21 for free. And the final issue. Free. Very nice. I still can't believe this was a flea market find. That's crazy. All right, Volume 2, known as Saga of Swamp Thing. If you don't see a sticker, it is just $2. Okay? Issue 4, $2. Issue 6, $2. Issue 9, $2. 13, $2. 16, $2. 19, $2. Another 19. ribs. And headers. 22, 27. This is the one where he is the aftermath of anatomy lesson where he forges his own identity issue. Classic stuff. 28. I have two of those. 30. 31. Classic cover 33. High grade. Classic cover 34. And then one, the high and the mid. Claim all sagas. Okay. That was easy. All right. Okay. What the hell? Give me a second, guys. All saga. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna move your pile up here, Laura. All right. Laura, that actually exactly brought your long box full. Something happened to my... There we go. Okay. The Ultimates. This is a catch-up on your reading pile in case you're missing it. Issue 8 through 18, $55. We'll do 35, brand new series. Ultimate Black Panther, 11 through 16, $30. We're going to split those cover prices in half. From the CGC rated piles, Cap Wields Mjolnir for the first time, $3.90, and a Newsy First Beta Ray Bill. And then I do have Swamp Thing Volume 3, number 1. The Tefe Holland run. Palf G. And Palf H. Zamboni. B. Okay. The full run of Carnage Unleashed. Every last one was pegged to go out to get graded. We're giving you guys first shot, though. Boom. Take it. Flea Market Find. What the number 1? It is mid-grade, but still pretty cool. From the rated CGC, What If 50, West Coast Avengers number 1. Not from the CGC pile, but that is a very sharp high grade and newsy. JCV MJ Here's the link. Make sure you fill that out right. Make sure you get your username right because I search for everybody through their username. You'll get an invoice after the show, but you're 9 claims away from 10%, 19 claims away from getting 20% off. So keep going. Make sure you fill out that link. A, Palp on D, Bowers H. West Coast 61 and 56, first Dark Scarlet. First Scarlet as Nexus beings. Nice, beautiful copies there. I have 2 gradables of 45, first White Vision. First cameo, John Walker as U.S. Agent, and I call it the cake cover for reasons. Let's see, Frog got a beat. And then Laura got one of the G's. Oh, well, bundles have really not been moving today, but I will show you this. I forgot to do this when we were at D. 1 through 59, which basically means every single key on the run, except for the late in the run, you have the first Lady Bullseye. 9, 10, 11, 12, all the first appearances of Echo are in here. All the 50 through 55, all those Mac covers there in here too. Gorgeous, all from one original owner, picked off the shelf. Complete volume 2, 1 through 59 for just $200. And that is a fat sucker right there. Let's see. Wolverine 41 bundled with 42. So the first Cable versus Sabretooth, and the weird retconned issue of Sabretooth being his dad or something stupid. I have 3 of those, 41 and 42. Miniverse. Wait, that was a different. Sorry, that was a different older H. All right, so Miniverse D. Joe gets a B. So does Palf and Miniverse again. And Toast. All right. I think we're caught up. Wow, look at the glare on I. That's nuts. Wolverine keys, here we go. First appearance of Shiva, number 50 on B. And then I thought, yeah, I had 1 newsstand. First appearance of Morse, 48. Near mints of Death of Mariko, 57. Joe. Joe. Joe and Frog. Marcus. First appearance of Kestrel, 5 near mints on A. I see a Palf on B, 1 left. Rebecca, that is like the catch-up reading. This guy came a little late into the run. He got 8 through 18, $55 cover price. We're doing 35. In fact, we're not even doing that. Hold on. Let's get this going. I don't want bundles to stick around as much. They take up a lot of space. Let's just do that. Let's see. Joe and Pokemon. Joe. Near mints of Death of Silver Fox, 64. Near mints of 80. First X23, if you know, you know. Quick lesson. There is a panel in this page which mentions X23 decades before her first appearance. So pretty cool. Laura Lee, we can do that, but interestingly, I may need to hold this due to its size for another claim sale. But yes, I will obviously do that. Your pile's gotten pretty mighty. All right, let's see. Where are we? Frog and Joe. Frog and Joe. Ralph. Let's see. Joe and Frog again. Rebecca. Henderson got an A and an F. Okay. Mark. Only one of these, 75. The whatchamacall, the bone claw issue, I think. 75. Only one of these this week. Near mint first meeting Deadpool Wolverine. Palf. First appearance of a character called Dirt Nap. That's issue 95. Wolverine, I have 2. First appearance of Chimera. I only have 1. Issue 97. Daisy. Wolverine. What's it? 100. Is it 100? Yeah. Wolverine 100. 3 of them. Wolverine 160. First Malcolm Concord. That's a Weapon X tie-in character. Joe Gacy, you got like 4 inches. Health. First appearance of the Shiver Man. This is our last Wolverine book. This is 163. An entire wall of cheapy Wolverine, and then a random John Walker key. And then after this, I think we have X-Men. Actually, we have a little Wonder Woman. I never have Wonder Woman. Nuts. Why don't we do this? Because there are some dupes on the wall. If you claim the wall, I will give you 5 books for free. Claim the wall, you'll get 5 books for free. Polyworld, believe it or not, that random 3D Gumby book, someone came into the shop and grabbed that. A, B, C, and D. All right, that all from the wall is gone. That's the thing is I do a couple days at the antique shop, and people do come on those days, and they're happy to take a bunch of it. So, all right, Wonder Woman. We have a mid-grade bondage cover, 25 center, 221, 287 Teen Titans crossover, 287, 281 Joker and Huntress backup story, A. Patriotic cover, 272, F. Polyworld. Marcus. Got Sugarman. Miniverse. Oh, nothing on C. Miniverse. You did get A though. Becca gets a D. Miniverse F. Okay, caught up. Wonder 271, Huntress backup story. 225, 30 center. I actually have 2 of those. High grade, the George Perez run, first Barbara Minerva. Obviously, that's Cheetah. And then number 1, George Perez. That looks like Eric Hill. That looks like a Zamboni. Wonder Woman Book of Judgment in Infinity, 291, 92, and 93. Let's see. Becca. Still sealed Deadpool trading card. Second appearance of Deadpool near mint. 1 through 18, X-Force Key Collector says $93. We'll do 70. We have less than a short box left of Raws. Then we have some magazines and then some slabs. Let's see if we can make it to the end. $300 gets an eye. All right, let's see if we can do it. In this X-Men box, there are some books that are supposed to go to CGC, so I would love to get you guys first dibs on them. Can we get a couple clear spots up on the wall? A lot of you folks are already at 20% off, which means the prices you see are really, you're getting 20% off of everything. Frog takes a B. Not quite an open spot, but it helps. Claim B and G and I. And they are gifts. Who did that? Was that Laura? Thank you, Laura. I will match that. I'm going to gift that to someone. Sweet. Bowers B just went bye-bye. All right, so here's what's left. I'm going to start slowly getting you guys the remainders. Here we got the first Apocalypse from the outgoing CGCs. We have the X Factor from the outgoing CGCs. We have something I've never ever had before, the X-Men partial sketch error of 25. That's super cool. That is definitely going to CGC if no one gets that. Thank you, pal. Thank you. Double thank you, pal. Outgoing CGC, Jim Lee. That rhymed. And then an X-Men #1. You always need an X-Men #1. Hakama. Frog. That sticker just took a hike. There we go. claim Wonder Woman, do I? Eric. Come here. Toast. All right, you have a box. First meeting of X-23 and the X-Men. And then 2 copies of first meeting of X-23 and Wolverine. 450, 451. Frogger got 1. Champagne. Oh. Thank you, Sam. Very underrated, underpriced book. 428, first appearance of Azazel. D. This is a key, and I don't remember what it is. I think it's just like the death of somebody. 423, $3. 417, first Maximus logo. First Amin Gazakanian, 411. The first Squid Boy, 410. First Gen X, 318. $300. Frog Joe. Okay. 316, first Monet St. Croix. All of the cameos, full appearance, full true forms of all the Phalanx keys. I had that same bundle last week made. Death of, I believe, Warlock. 303. And then this is the rest of our X-Men. Just this. Isn't that crazy? And then we have some magazines and then some slabs. And if you get a free slab, you actually get free shipping. So what we got? Joe got Phalanx. Bundle. Frog. $300. All right, swiped from the outgoing to CGC pile, 222, and a couple 213s. First cameo of Mr. Sinister. Thank you, Sam. Ralph. Who's that? Joe. Same with 201. There's cable. Same with 168. Same with 140. Then we have about a 9-0. There's Kitty Pride. Excalibur 31, first Vegas Superior. Key Collector 10, we do 5. First appearance of Who. Excalibur 6, just $3. Marcus. And then our last book in regular wall comic form is that. And then I said we have some magazines and some slabs. I'm not sure. Are people not seeing B? A 9-0 X-Men 129 up there on B. That's the winner. I'm going to take this bundle down. AFG and gift. Thank you, Laura. Sam Haines with a big pull. All right, and then we're just down to Deadpool card. So we have $50 on the wall. Why don't we do, if you claim the rest of it, we'll do it for 30. So that would be $20 on me. Basically, if you claim B through D, I'll give you C for free. I always like to end the rolls on a bang. You got Sam. So actually, this is just, I'm going to mark it as free. All right. I do have some magazines. I bet you guys don't even remember the last time I brought magazines to a sale, but here they are. 1980. Pretty sleek looking copy of A Tomb of Dracula 3. $8 on D. I like this cover a little better. Number 4. We have a damn near mint Howard the Duck mag. $8. I have the first technical appearance of Randall Spector, Hatchet Man, 1979, Hulk number 17, high grade. And I think somewhere in that magazine box, I have another one of those somewhere. Miniverse. I have some horror. Here's an Eerie 61. Nice shape. A Vampy. Number 20, 1972 Vampy. Some classic Bob Larkin cover. Savage Sword 192. Mid-grade. Cool shark cover. Miniverse. Zamboni picked up a G. Some heavy metal, high grade, sexy robot girl cover. Cool. Some more horror, 1974, number 1. Kind of low grade though, so we're doing $5. Haunt of Horror, number 1. Some sort of classic cover, 1973, Monsters Unleashed, number 2. Mid to high. First appearance of Human Gargoyles. Psycho, number 8. Mid. Dracula Lives. Mid-grade, number 9. Man, these are like too big for the wall. I meant to give that to Zamboni when I gave it to Vinny. Sorry. Bizarre Adventures. First appearance of Greenberg the Vampire. Number 29. Maybe you guys know. I don't know what that is. On J. And all of the non-key Conan mags, I'm just doing for $3. So I'll put them on F. You get it, you get a random one. Wow, there's a bunch of them, actually. Astro. Bowers. Bowers J. Yep, there. I said I had another one. Almost the same. First Hatchet Man, Randall Spector. What a crazy book to have a duplicate of. A couple more Hulk mags. They're just all 10. Now, really, I don't even have Mad because I kind of feel like Mad Comics, Mad mags are worth like literally $1. Unfortunately, I don't know why there's no real market on Mad. I used to love it as a kid. Weird. All right. And then we'll move on to slabs. I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute on the wall. Hey, Siri, start a timer for 1 minute. Thank you, Bowers. All right, I'm just going to clear the alarm. All right, so quick explanation on slabs. If you get a slab, you are going to get free shipping. Unfortunately, that's not going to apply for international. Oh boy, Tim Marsh. Okay, I got it. Magazine. Got it. Yeah, you can get yourself free shipping if you get a slab. So I don't think there's anything new, but we'll see if there's any takers. I don't think there's anything new this week, but actually this might be new. 7-0 white paint. Death of Gwen Stacy. I better check my eBay, make sure none of this sold during the sale. I did hear some notifications. I just got to make sure. Holy smokes, a bunch of stuff sold. Oh, sorry. That sold. That's crazy. Oh, I mean, good for me. Wow. Works for me. Okay. This one didn't sell yet. First Flash in his own title, first Mirror Master. This is a 2-0. Honestly, it looks ridiculously better than a 2-0, but there is water damage. So if you can get that out, you might get a grade bump B. This just sold. Okay. Power Man Iron Fist, 9/8 white, 1982, $50. Death of Cap, that is signed by Joe Quesada. Which anyone who's done signatures, it probably cost $100 just to do that submission to CGC. It's kind of funny. 9/8 too. Whatever. My favorite. Red Rain, first Batman Vampire, and second print Red Rain. Cool. For you Star Wars fans, Droids number 1. The ASM annual sold. Pretty tough Bartman action cover. First Mutant Leader. First print. Knight Returns. $250. For you horror fans, first Jason in comics. Satan 6, number 4. That's a tough one. I have a file copy, Love Lessons, number 1. Funny how that's not so much more. But there you go. Next, Pal. First Doctor Doom version of Iron Man, and first Titanus. That's a tough Marvel team-up, number 2 from 05. I'll give you another minute on this wall, and I'll probably do one more round since it's going a little slow. drop the link. That just knocked my. Yeah, it did. This book's very fitting because we had a lot of miles. Custom label, first miles sold, 9.4. First John Romita, also signed by John Romita, 7.5, ASM 39. Oh, first Mysterio, hello, 4.5. First Lucifer Morningstar, Sandman. You know what's funny? I have like YouTuber quality, like it's are we still here? All right, I'm just gonna exit. I love you guys. If you can even hear me, good night. Love you all. So stupid.